What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Sforgo. And the past notes have arrived for Shun and Iori. They actually arrived yesterday during the live stream that I was doing on YouTube. And speaking of which, I want to say thank you to all of you that were there, that were supporting the live stream, and for all of you that watched it afterwards. Thank you so much, guys. You always humble me. But let's check out these past notes, guys. Now, I did talk about them a little bit in the live stream, so I'm probably going to regurgitate a few things that I said in that live stream. But we have a little bit more information that has came out, which is this right here. And so we have the maintenance notice, guys. The maintenance is going to be on the 25th. You guys can see the time that it is going to be available. We got new fighters and battle cards, which we already knew, content improvements, events, new packages, and we do have some new packages, which is pretty interesting. And then, of course, system improvement and errors, right? And then all contenders are going to get, 7 Volume 8 EX Fighter Summon tickets, which is always nice. And they're going to get, 1,000 AP, which is going to help farm in the Rush Dungeon. And then the EX Battle Card Summon Ticket Volume 8x4. So not too bad, not too bad. So then we get into the update notice, which actually gives us a little bit more information. And this is what actually showed up in the live stream yesterday was Iori and Shun. So you guys can see that Iori is a red element attack type fighter and Shun is a green element balance type fighter. And as I've said in many videos, guys, it doesn't matter if they're balance, attack, defense. Netmarble has shown that no matter what type of character they are, they can be the number one, they can be the most OP in the game. So I don't really put too much regard in that. The only thing that really matters as far as this color is, how useful is it going to be for you maybe in RHD, Reviving Hell's Dungeon for you newer players, or maybe even future Demos base, or maybe even Tower Trials if you really care about that, but that's just a one and done game mode, unfortunately. Now we have this new set card. It's got the retro look going on. Pretty cool. I do like it, but I gotta say this artwork here is pretty phenomenal. This is her 3 PGs and then the option card, which is nice that they got Shun and Iori on it. That's pretty dang cool. Iori looking pretty historic right there. Nice, nice. Love the 3 PGs. And then we have the battle cards here that are going to be in the Rush Dungeon. These are really, really cool. Love the artwork on these things. And it's going to be real interesting to see what effect they actually put on these cards. Because here lately, guys, the set cards in the Rush Dungeon haven't been even close to as good or even remotely as good as the banner set. And in all reality, they really shouldn't be. But I really would like to see a little bit better sets maybe in the Rush Dungeons, but still they've been decent. I mean, they've been okay. Like for you free-to-play players, the sets that we've been getting recently are still good from those Rush Dungeons. It's just like, for example, the Soul Calibur set is just over the top compared to the actual banner set or the Rush Dungeon set. And then we scroll down here, you guys can see we got the same old increase attack by 2%, skill damage by 4.5%, critical damage by 6% on their 3 PGs, which is pretty normal. And then you check out this here, guys, and you have, Shun on his 3 PG, the special effect is he gets attack speed by 5% for 10 seconds after using his skill. And that's it. No damage buff, nothing like that. So it really is going to make you wonder, how his animation is going to play out, because if they're increasing his attack speed, for him, that might be pretty damn OP, guys. Like, if you increase the attack speed on Mina when she's spinning her spear, she's going to do a lot more hits. She's going to do a lot more critical hits. She's going to do a lot more damage because of that. It makes a big difference on a character like that. So we'll have to see how it plays out for Shun. And then for Iori gets a critical damage bump by 25% for 10 seconds after using his skill. So he's getting a lot of extra damage by doing that 3 PG, which is actually pretty nice. And, I'm not going to read all this here, guys. Scroll down here a little bit right here. And nothing really major here. So then we get into the imprint stones for these characters. So the first stone decreases defenses by a certain percentage for a certain amount of seconds when you land an active skill. This is actually going to be an OP stone for any EX character that you use as a support. As I've shown you guys in past videos with like Cronin, who I use for a support in my guild raid runs, I put that decreased defense stone on them, and that does make a difference as far as how much damage you can actually do. It's really, really powerful, especially depending on how long this effect lasts. I mean, if it would last for like 10 seconds, that would be insane. That would be pretty damn dope. So it might be like if you get one of these characters, Shun or Iori to A1, you might have you an insane support stone for your support character. Maybe it's Hotaru or whoever the character might be. That's an EX character. And then the second stone increases active skill damage by a certain percentage, is okay. And then the third stone increases critical damage. So again, that's a really, really good stone, but you got to have the character to A3. Nice to see that critical damage buff. And then we kind of scroll down here, guys. This is, we already know what this is. You're going to be able to take these characters to A7 and so on. You can see they got some little things you can play in here. We got a dice event, right? We got a Sonata of Fate and Envy, and all these little events going on. We'll talk about the events here in a little bit. The EX Fighter shop here where you can buy certain packages. They have a new Empress Stone crafting package here that gives, about 4,000 rubies. Interesting, but we don't know how much it's going to cost yet, so I don't really want to put too much stock into that. We have capsules here. And then we have some new packages as well in here. But again, I don't know how much these things are going to cost, so I'm not going to really go into that. We'll talk about all that whenever it shows up. Then you see here a 28-day special ruby package volume 1. And you're going to get 1,100 rubies and 50 rubies a day, which is nice. Then you have another 28-day package where you're going to be able to acquire 2,100 rubies, a little over 2,100 or 2,200 rubies, I guess. And then you're going to get 100 rubies free every day for 28 days. Not really for free. You're actually still paying for it. And then you have another 28-day special where you're going to get, over 4,000 rubies. And you're going to get 200 rubies a day for 28 days. That's a lot of damn rubies. So I'm actually interested to see, as a spender, how much money will this actually cost? This is the first time we've seen these kinds of deals in here. So I'm interested in it. I am. It really depends. Hopefully the characters are just super OP, which I'm pretty much betting they will be. And that's going to motivate you to want to go a little bit crazy. Then you got some error fixes and so on and so on. Then we get into the event notices, guys, where we have some stuff in here. So we got a login bonus here, where we can acquire some items. Nothing really too major, in all honesty, here. Then we have the Rush Dungeon. All right, nice. We got Hotaru in there, Iori, and Shun, which is pretty cool. All right. We're going to be able to acquire these battle cards in there. And then we have, this tower. And again, they're putting the rubies over here. Hopefully they got some rubies as we go up in here. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to have the shards. So that way we can get like imprint stones or get the final moon or star-shaped stone for Shun and Iori in here, more than likely. Okay, you're going to have to use Sonata Fate. Well, you're going to have to use Iori or Shun for this game mode, and only the EX version of Iori is going to work in here. So you're going to have to pull for one of these characters in order to go through this thing. And then, of course, we have the event codex where you get the imprint stones for these characters. And then we have a bingo, or not a bingo, I'm sorry. Then we have a dice game where you can acquire dice through the daily login bonus, through the Rush Dungeon, special dailies, and through the Challenge Dungeon of Sonata, Fate, and Envy. So we're going to be able to get dice from this tower in here. I skipped right over. We're going to be able to get dice from here, as well as the daily login, and from the Rush Dungeon here. So, okay. We'll see how many dice we actually get throughout the entire duration of this event, and if we're going to be able to get all the maximum rewards out of this thing. And then we have a bingo, which is pretty interesting, right? You see some shards here for the bingo that we're going to be able to use to hopefully get an imprint stone for Shun and Iori. And then we have a bingo where you're going to be able to acquire ores for your moon and star-shaped stones. Honestly, guys, I know for veterans, we're at a point where it doesn't really matter a whole lot, in all honesty. But, it's nice to get free stuff. It's still good to get free things. It's all good and dandy, right? And then here's where you're going to be able to get, your star or moon-shaped stone, right? For Shun and Iori. And then we scroll down here. And then we have the KOF Pass. Now, the KOF Pass, guys, is pretty interesting because, if this is like what it normally is, this is usually about $5. You're going to be able to get, 2,000 AP and 600 rubies for $5. And you're going to release the auto clear feature for I'm a Producer, and Rush Dungeon becomes available. And that's pretty interesting seeing Rush Dungeon becomes available. Pretty sure the Rush Dungeon is going to be available no matter what for all of us. So I'm not exactly sure what that exactly means. But you will be able to get EX Fighter Summon Ticket Volume 8 by 10, EX Battle Card Summon Ticket Volume 8 by 10, right? And then whenever you spend a little bit more money, 50, 55 American dollars, they're put 6,000 rubies in here. Now, this is more than what they normally do. Usually it's like 4,000 rubies. So they've actually added more rubies, which is actually really good because you actually have to spend real money in order to get this thing. They got the BS and SS Fighter Selector, the enhancement hammers, and you also have the EX Fighter Summon Ticket volumes by 3. So you'll get 30 summons for EX Fighters, you'll get 30 summons for cars, and then of course you'll still unlock the auto clear feature. And then of course, from the KO Battle Pass experience, 100 rubies, free 50 rubies, and KOF Battle Pass experience equals 1,000 a day. So you get 1,000 experience every time you do the KOF Battle Pass. And then we'll have the return of Chapter 5, which is really great. That means we're going to be able to get an extra 100 rubies a day from this as well. That's really, really nice. And I'm not going to go into all this here, guys. I'm not going to go into that. But all in all, man, it looks pretty damn sweet, guys. It looks pretty damn sweet. There's nothing really that new or different except for maybe these ruby packages. That's really the only thing that looks different as far as what we're actually getting. Everything else is pretty much the cut and dry of what we always get in these updates. I was kind of hoping we'd get maybe like a boss showdown or something like that, but they decided not to go that route. I mean, maybe they're saving that for a future collaboration or maybe for a different banner. Definitely looking forward to this update, guys, man. It's really awesome that Iori's going to be getting an EX version of himself. It's awesome that Shun's coming. Really, really exciting, man. A lot of hype. So let me know what you guys think about this update, and are you looking forward to it? And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. T+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.